Hi, I'm Andrea. Thanks for joining me for this 30-minute yoga practice. Today is one of those days where a chair is going to be a big part of what we're up to. So find a chair that can kind of handle a little something on its seat, right? Not that three-legged chair, the one that you've almost thrown out so many times, but one that can actually kind of participate with a little bit of body weight. And we'll have that at the front of our chair, our mat space. And if you don't have a mat, that's fine. You can just kind of pretend and find an area that's carpeted maybe and not too slick in your house. You'll be fine. I happen to be barefoot. If you're uncomfortable barefoot, shoes are allowed. And a couple more friends that can be helpful. Blocks, if you don't have blocks, maybe you've got a couple of thick books that can do the trick. And also a folded blanket of some sort. A beach towel, a bath towel, the throw blanket from your couch. Any of those will work. Now, once you have what we need, and in particular, the chair, I believe I've made my point, we will start, as we so often do, in the bedrock pose, mountain pose called Tadasana. And it's here that we stop so that we can start. Turn your palms away from your body. Stand with your feet hip distance in the soil of your mountain and feel the peak of your mountain out the crown of your head towards the sky. Your chin is parallel to the ground. Your gaze is soft at what I like to call our bright horizon. Thread some awareness around your breath, and if you can, try to breathe in and out through your nose. And the idea is that we do that from now until the end of our practice. Let that be enough. Standing in the majesty of your mountain, feeling the rise and fall of your breath. 2 moments here. Adding incremental movement to our breath. Keep the knees soft. Inhale, thumbs to the sky, a V shape. And then exhale, float your arms alongside you. Turn the palms away from each other. Uplift your heart. Inhale, arms out and up, a V shape. Exhale, float your arms along your side. One more time, inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, float your arms along your side. And then we'll add on, inhale, arms out and up, a V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips and take your hands to the tops of your thighs. Inhale, press into your hands enough that you can really lengthen through your spine and let your collarbones smile as opposed to collapse here. Exhale, increase the hinge at your hips, but we never dip lower than our hips. And then inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, a V shape. Float your arms along your side, palms face out. Again, half salutation. Inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips and take your hands to your thighs. Inhale, heart extends, collarbone smile. Exhale, hinge at your hips, and then inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky. Float your arms along your side. Once more like that. Inhale, arms out and up, V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips and take your hands to your thighs. Inhale, traction your hands, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, hinge at your hips, and then inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky. Float your arms along your sides. This is where we bring our chair into the mix. Have it close enough that your hands can get to it from where we are on our mountain currently. And then inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, hands to your thighs. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, and now place your hands solidly on the seat of your chair and think of this as an experiment. Walk one foot back and then the other foot back so that you start to get some oomph into your arms. What I don't want is a collapse. So lift your low belly, spin the inner upper arms forward, and remember our deal of head staying higher than hips. You're standing into your legs, but you do feel a little bit of effort in the arms, and our breath is just like our first moments in our mountain. 3 moments here in what's called puppy dog. And it's the beginning of what might become at some point a downward facing dog. Now step forward so that your feet are hip distance, situated in our initial mountain placement. Hands to your thighs. Inhale, heart extends. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, a V shape, and then float your arms along your side, palms face out. We'll do that again. Inhale, arms out and up, V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips, hands to your thighs. Inhale your heart forward, place your hands on the seat of your chair. Make sure things are solid before you step, maybe even a little further back. Spin the inner upper arms and press the entirety of your hands. Low belly lifts, we keep our head high, our breath steady. 3 moments of oomph in the arms, stretch in the legs, low belly lifting. And then step it forward, back to our mountain stance, hands onto your thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, and then float your arms along your sides. Placing blocks just in case. And the blocks will go tall to the sides of your mat, but not underneath your mountain. So you want to make sure that you've got space. They're not underfoot. You can also continue to use the seat of your chair for all things. We will continue to use it for our puppy dog and add a friend to our puppy dog. Inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips and hands to your thighs. Inhale, traction length, hands onto the seat of your chair. Step it back gently into our puppy dog. Remember, you're solid with your hands before you start the movement. And then inner upper arms are spinning, low belly is lifted, we're not collapsed anywhere. 2 moments. Now from puppy dog, carefully step your right foot forward and then your left foot back so that we're in a lunge. And it's pretty handy to just keep your hands right here on the seat of your chair where they've been. You can also transfer them to your tall blocks. One's not better than the other, but one might feel better to you. And then really feel your right hip draw back and your left hip draw forward. And the length through the spine that we found when our hands were on our thighs and we tractioned some length. Breath steady. A moment here to meditate. Now firm through your feet and through your belly. Left foot hip distance from right. Hands to thighs. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, V shape, and then float your arms along your sides. Inhale, arms out and up, V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips, hands to your thighs. Inhale, heart extends, place your hands solidly, make sure they're solid before you step into puppy dog. We refine inner upper arms, spinning, low belly, lifting, oomph in the arms without shoulders and ears. Left foot steps forward, back foot steps back, right foot steps back, and then hands can stay on the seat of your chair or you can situate them onto your blocks. We're steering the left hip back and the right hip forward, lengthening through our spine. Breath through your nose if you can. Think about creating space in your body, in your breath, and ultimately in between the thoughts in our head, right? That's the advanced yoga. 2 more moments here. Firm through your feet and your belly. Right foot hip distance from left. Hands to your thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach, thumbs to the sky, and then float the arms along your side. Adding on, inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, hands to your thighs. Inhale your heart forward, solid hands on seat of chair before we move into our puppy dog. Press into your hands, spin the inner upper arms. Let there be a little bit of weight bearing in your arms. No shoulders and ears. 2 moments. And then right foot steps forward, left foot cheats back. This time, straighten both legs, but do it slowly. So turn your left foot on its side, so your whole foot is on the ground. You don't have to straighten the front leg completely. In fact, for many of us, it won't happen. You can always take your hands to your blocks, but head higher than hips. And maybe you cheat the right foot over to the right to give yourself some space, because we're creating space in our body, in our breath, and in our mind as we change shapes on our mat. Last couple of moments, just like this. To exit, bend your front knee and spin on your back toes, firm through your feet and your belly, and then left foot hip distance from right, hands to thighs, inhale, length. Exhale, hinge at your hips and inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, V shape. Stand into your mountain. Second side, inhale, arms out and up, a V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips and hands to your thighs. Inhale, length through your spine, hands onto the seat of your chair, and they're solid before we step into our puppy dog. A couple moments of oomph in the arms, inner upper arms spinning, low belly lifting. Left foot steps forward, right foot steps back for our pyramid shape, back foot flat. Left leg starts to straighten, and you might heel toe that left foot over to the left. You can transfer your hands to your blocks. You just promised me that your head is higher than your hips. We find our breath, a sense of spaciousness. All of it is part of the flow. Flow is what we do with the sun salutation and our puppy dog. So that's one definition of flow. But coming into our flow is this easeful spaciousness where we're not in a constant fight. Last couple moments. Now bend your left knee, spin on your back toes, firm through your feet and your belly, and step right foot hip distance from left, hands to thighs, inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips, inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, V shape, and then float your arms along your side. Inhale, arms out and up, V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips and hands to your thighs. Inhale your heart forward. One last puppy dog, palms flat, feel the oomph. Step it back. Keep the oomph, keep lifting your low belly. 2 moments here. Spin those inner upper arms so we don't have a collision of ears and shoulders. Carefully step your right foot forward. Cheat your left foot back. And keep your hands here or on your blocks, but this time gently lower your back knee down, which is where you might want to reach over and take your blanket or folded towel and put it underneath your left knee. Arms out and up, a V shape, thumbs to the sky. Now really hug that right hip underneath you and turn to your right. So we need to feel the oomph that we found in our torso in a whole new shape. And maybe it feels better to you to lower the arms, thumbs to the sky. 3 moments here. The inhale grows you tall. And the exhale is a little rotation through the spine. Now turn, turn, turn. Thumbs to the sky, V shape. Hands to your blocks or to the seat of your chair. Start to straighten your right leg. Dig the heel in, curl the toes back. Remember that you can have your folded blanket underneath your left knee if that feels better. This might hit the spot exactly as it is. So you don't have to add on anything, but what I'd like you to find, regardless of whether you add on what I'm going to suggest or not, is that this is a hinge at the hips. It's not a rounding, and that we're still staying really long and tall through our spine. If you can maintain that and keep your left hand on your block, right thumb to the sky, and twist it here, and that has your name on it, go for it. If you're really happy just taking the stretch, stay really happy and in your flow. Last couple moments here. If you did the twist, unwind your right hand onto your block or both hands onto the seat of your chair, and then bend that front knee. And with the assist of your hands on the seat of your chair or on your blocks, just switch it out. So right knee comes down and left foot steps forward. Remember your padding if that's important or would be helpful. And then thumbs to the sky, V shape on this side. So the left foot is forward. Remember, you can already just decide to have the arms out to the side. Inhale, grow tall, and exhale, turn to your left. Turn, 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 and you'll find a place where there's kind of a sticking point. And then we just untangle that a little bit. Every inhale grows you tall. Every exhale, a little bit of a twist. And as it turns out, I don't know about for you, but for me, there's balance here. Think of tractioning your left heel towards your right knee. It's going to help with that balance a bit, I think. Last couple moments here. Mindfully, turn, turn, turn forward. Thumbs to the sky, a V shape if that feels okay to you. We design our hamstring stretch. Hands onto your blocks or onto the seat of your chair. Move slowly. Straighten your left leg. Curl the left toes back towards you. Design it with a hinge at the hip, not a rounding of your spine. And maybe you're feeling all the feels here, right? We can stay exactly as we are. If it's interesting, and if you did it on the first side, maybe right hand stays on your block, left thumb to the sky, and you twist it open. All of us are feeling the left hip continue to draw back, even though, especially if you're twisting, it's super tempting to let it swing out. No shoulders crowding ears here either. Keep breathing. If you did the twist, unwind and take left hand onto left block. Use your hands solidly either on your blocks or on the seat of your chair. Bend your left knee and then swoop left knee next to right knee. Coming onto our belly, you'll want to move anything out of your way that could be in your way. So your blocks and your chair might need to kind of be pushed off to the side a little bit. And then once you're on your belly, let your forearms become parallel to the long edges of your mat. They're not too far forward where we scrunch shoulders into ears. You're right next to your floating ribs, so right next to your rib cage. And then traction your elbows towards you and let that grow your spine longer than it's been today. As you grow your spine, your chin stays parallel to the ground, so it's not about trying to overuse our neck, although that's probably a habit for most of us. Press into the tops of your feet, let your kneecaps feel like they're lifting off your mat. And also feel your low belly lifting away from your mat. Think of a very long and strong back bend, not one that looks like it's super deep, but very long and strong instead. Breathe into your Sphinx for a moment longer. And then lower down, curl your toes under. Now start to lift your ribs and your belly, almost as if you're rounding into your upper back. Pause with your knees down. Karate chop your forearms into the ground like the oomph that we felt in our puppy dog on our chair, even though this is a different position. Be happy here, or briefly take your knees off your mat, which I don't know if it's going to make you happier. Right? Couple moments. Knees come back down, thighs. hips, belly, uncurl your toes, gentle Sphinx pose, long and strong. Chin parallel to the ground, collarbones wide. Press into the tops of your feet till those kneecaps feel like they want to come off the ground. And imagine your inner upper thighs spinning to the sky. 2 more moments. I can tell that you had a really great time with that plank on your forearms. So we'll go in for seconds. Curl your toes under, karate chop oomph into your arms, and then just start to bring your ribs, your belly, your hips, your thighs off the ground. Your gaze is at the front edge of your mat. Check the oomph in your arms. Make sure it's shoulder blades on your back and not a collapse there. And only if it makes sense might you briefly take your knees off your mat. You're breathing the whole time, maybe cursing me a little bit under your breath. And then bring your knees back down, your thighs, your hips, your belly. Uncurl your toes. One last traction into our Sphinx. And then gently release it down and roll over onto your back. And once you're on your back, bend both knees and place your feet hip distance. Now keep your left foot on the ground and gently bring your right knee into your chest, and you can hold around the hamstring or you can hold around your shin. But I'd like you to feel that Sphinx is trying to happen in your upper back. So let the very tops of your shoulders be heavy to the ground. We're often a bit slumped and rounded in our spine, so use the feedback of the floor beneath you to feel a little bit more uplift, a little bit less of our habits. Now, think about the possibility of straightening out your left leg on the floor and curling your toes back as if you were standing on some sort of strange floor that's a wall in front of you. And then hands around the hamstring, begin to straighten your right leg. And it's slow, and we're gonna be here for a while. So I'd like you to take your time. Think of that pyramid pose that we did standing. Imagine that that's where we're headed here. Your right hip is drawing as if it could to your left heel. Can you keep the heads of the arm bones and that feeling of Sphinx in the shoulder blades while we're here? That's tricky business, don't you think? Stay with it. A full minute of silence while we meditate on what's going on in the back of our right leg. You got this. Now, re-bend your left knee and stamp that left foot on the floor. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Pause here for a moment. Decide if you really need anything more. This could be perfect. The porridge could be just right here. If you do want a little bit more intensity, you can thread the needle right hand through the space, and you could hold around your left hamstring, or you can interlace around your left shin, but I bring your awareness back to the tops of the shoulders. And if there's a big fight, remember, this is not about a fight. So find a position of your legs that allows the Sphinx pose to come with you in your upper back. And then 1 minute of silent meditation in this shape. gently release both feet hip distance on your mat. And just hug your left knee into your chest. You can hold around the hamstring or around the shin. Shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you and pause. Think about straightening the right leg out as if you were standing on something. And then take your hand to your left hamstring and start to work that left leg towards straight. Remember, it never needs to straighten out fully. We drop into our full minute of silent meditation in our new shape. Heads of the arm bones heavy into the ground. Meditating on the rise and the fall of your breath. And now bend your right knee and stamp it on the ground. Cross left ankle on top of right thigh. Either stay here or thread the needle, interlacing around your hamstring or around your shin. A full minute here. Now gently and slowly release. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. One more snuggle of shoulder blades beneath you. Knees fall in on each other and you can stay here or extend one leg and then the other. Feet flop open and we drop into the earth. Shavasana. As always, you're welcome to stay here in Shavasana as long as you'd like. If you're ready, wiggle fingers and toes and draw your knees into your chest. Roll gently to either side. Bring yourself up to any comfortable seat. Palms up or down. Take a moment to feel the effects of the flow. And I mean sort of the flow of our puppy dog, but also just coming into the ease of our flow. See if you can float into the rest of the day. I'm Andrea. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I look forward to us doing it again together soon.